హాయ్ ఎవ్రీవన్. ఈరోజు మనం యూపీఎస్సీ మెయిన్ సిలబస్ ఎలా ఉంటుందో చూద్దాం. మనందరికీ తెలుసు మెయిన్స్లో మనకి GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4 అని 4 పేపర్లు ఉంటాయండి. ఇందులో మనం ముందుగా GS1 యొక్క సిలబస్ ఎలా ఉంటుందో చూద్దాం. GS1లో మనకి హిస్టరీ అండ్ జాగ్రఫీ ఉంటుంది. ముందుగా మనం హిస్టరీ యొక్క సిలబస్ ఎలా ఉందో చూద్దాం. హిస్టరీలోకి ఇండియన్ కల్చర్, సైలెంట్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్ట్ ఫార్మ్, లిటరేచర్ అండ్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ ఫ్రమ్ ancient to modern times, modern Indian history, significant events, issues, personalities during the middle of the 18th century to until the present, different stages and important contributions and contributions from various parts of the country in freedom struggle, post-independence, consolidation and reorganization within the country, history of the world, events, forms and effects on society since the 18th century. Next, society. Indian society and diversity, role of the women and women's organization, population, associated issues, poverty, developmental issues, urbanization and their problems, remedies, social empowerment, communism, regionalism, secularism, effects of globalization on Indian society. ఇది మనకు హిస్టరీ యొక్క సిలబస్. నెక్స్ట్, geography. Distribution of key natural resources across the world, including South Asia and Indian subcontinent, and factors for the location of primary, secondary, and tertiary sectors, industries in various parts of the world, including India. Important geophysical phenomena such as earthquakes, tsunami, volcanic activity, cyclone, etc. Geographical features and their location, changes in critical geographical features, silent features of the world physical geography. ఇది మనకి geography యొక్క సిలబస్. ఇది మన GS1 హిస్టరీ అండ్ geography సిలబస్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్, GS2 ఇండియన్ కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్, historical underpinnings, evolution features, amendments, significant provisions, basic structure doctrine, comparison of the Indian constitution change with that of the other countries, functions and responsibilities of the union and states, issues and challenges pertaining to the federal structure, devolution of the powers and finances up to the local level and challenges, separation of powers between the various organs, disputes, redressal mechanisms and institutions, structure, organization and functioning of the executive and the judiciary, parliament and state legislature, structure, functioning, conduct of business, powers and privileges and issues arising out of these, ministers and departments of the government, pressure groups, formal and informal associations and their role in the party, silent features of the representation of the people act, appointment of the Various constitutional courts covers functions and responsibilities of various constitutional bodies, statutory, regulatory, and various quasi-judicial bodies, government policies and intervention aimed at development in various sectors and issues arising out of their design and implementation, development process and the development industry, the role of NGOs, self-help groups, various groups and associations, institutions and other stakeholders, welfare schemes for vulnerable sections of the population by center and the states and the performance of these schemes, mechanisms, laws, institutions and the bodies constituted for the protection and betterment of these vulnerable sections, issues relating to development and management of social sector services relating to health, education, human resources, issues relating to poverty and hunger, important aspects of governance, transparency, and accountability, e-governance applications, models, success limitations, and potential citizens chat, transparency and accountability, and institutional and other measures, role of services and democracy. సో ఇది మనకి పాలిటీ యొక్క సిలబస్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ రిలేషన్స్, ఇండియా అండ్ నైబర్హుడ్ రిలేషన్స్, bilateral, regional, and global groupings and agreements involving India and affecting the Indian interests, effect of policies, politics of developed and developing countries on India's interests, important international agencies and their structures and mandates. ఇది మనకి ఐఆర్ యొక్క సిలబస్. ఇది మన జిఎస్టి యొక్క పాలిటీ అండ్ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ రిలేషన్షిప్స్ సిలబస్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ జిఎస్ 3 పేపర్. ఇందులో మనకి ఎకానమీ, అగ్రికల్చర్ అండ్ సైన్స్ అండ్ టెక్నాలజీ, ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్, సెక్యూరిటీ, ఇవి మనకి జిఎస్ 3లో కవర్ అవుతాయి. ముందుగా మనం ఎకానమీ గురించి చూద్దాం. Indian economy and issues relating to planning, mobilization of resources, growth, development, and employment, government budgeting, inclusive growth and associated issues, challenges, effects of liberalization on economy, changes in industrial policy and their effects on industrial growth, infrastructure, energy, ports, roads, airports, railways, etc. Investment models. ఇది మనం ఎకానమీ సిలబస్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ అగ్రికల్చర్. Major cropping patterns in various parts of the country, different types of irrigation and irrigation system storage, transport and marketing of agriculture produce and issues and related contents, technology in the aid of farmers, economics of animal rearing, food processing and related industries in India, scope and significance, location, upstream and downstream requirements, supply chain management, issues related to direct and indirect farm subsidies and minimum support prices, public distribution system, objectives, functioning, limitations, and land reforms in India. Next, science and technology. Recent developments and their applications and effects in everyday life, achievement of Indians in science and technology, general awareness in fields of IT, space, computer, robotics, nanotechnology, biotechnology, issues relating to intellectual property rights. సో ఇది మనకి నెక్స్ట్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ కన్వర్జేషన్, ఎన్విరాన్మెంటల్ పాపులేషన్ degradation, environmental impact assessment, disaster management, and security. Challenges to internal security, linkages between development and spread extremism, challenges to internal security through communication networks, role of media and social networking sites in internal security challenges, basics of cyber security, money laundering and its prevention, security challenges and their management in border areas, various security forces and agencies and their mandates. సో ఇది మనకి GS3 యొక్క సిలబస్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ GS4. ఇందులో మనకి ఎథిక్స్ అండ్ హ్యూమన్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్, essence of ethics, determinants and consequences of ethics, human interaction, dimensions of ethics, ethics in private and public relations, human values, role of families, society, and educational institutions in inculcating moral, ethical values, and next attitude, content and structure functioning of attitude, influence of attitude in thought and behavior, relation of attitude to thought and behavior, moral and political attitude, social influence and personalization, attitude and foundational values of civil services, integrity, impartiality and non-partnership, objectivity, dedication to public service, empathy, tolerance, compassion towards weaker sections of the society. Next, emotional intelligence. Concepts of emotional intelligence, utility and application of emotional intelligence in administration and governance, contributions of thinkers and philosophers, public civil service values and ethics in public administration, status associated problems, ethical concern and dilemmas in government and private institutions, laws, rules, regulation and accountability and ethical governance, strengthening of ethical and moral values governance, ethical issues in the international relations and funding, corporate governance. Next, probability in governance. Concepts of public service, the philosophical basics of governance and probability, information sharing and transparency in government, right to information, codes of ethics, codes conduct, citizens' character, work culture, quality of service delivery, utilization of public funds, challenges of corruption. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఇది మనకి ఓవరాల్ సిలబస్. థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఈ వీడియో కనుక మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి, సబ్స్క్రైబ్.